Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, GillBudgets. I hope you're all doing well. My name is Gillian and I'm a UK cash stuffer, family of 3, just trying to better our finances, gain a wee bit more control, trying to save for specific things, and yeah, just trying to better ourselves financially just so that we're in a good position. So today's video is going to be my end of April cash count up and condensing. So I like to take any money out in denominations of 50 and put them back to a bank. So I've got little placeholders here that I use to represent the money that then goes into the bank. And I've got pots on a bank account that I use to then make sure that everything is where it needs to be, and then I can just take from that pot every month. So the bank I use for that is MONZO. I've been using it for years and I really like it. So I'll leave a little referral link below if you want to use that bank too, if it's something that you're interested in. And if you're just starting to cash stuff, I really think it's useful because you can alter your categories and make separate pots for different things as well. So and there's various other banks that do the same thing, so it's much of a muchness, but MONZO's the one that I use. So I'm interested to see how we're looking this month. I have done a wee bit of spending out of some categories and saved in others, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see. But if that's something that you're interested in, then stick around and we'll just crack on. So the first binder that we're going to start off with is the purple binder. It's looking a bit, it's seen better days, let's put it that way. But this is my personal binder that I use for any of my own money. So David and I allocate ourselves kind of like spending money every month, and we can just do with it what we want. So Blooming Budget is my weekly challenge that I do with my personal money, just so that I can save a bit extra, and that's got £30. The £1 coin challenge is from Cash But Cute. Sorry, that's a Save a Sophie, and that's got 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. £25, and I just use that for any pound coins that are left over at the end of the week in the check-in. Right then, on to my categories then. So starting off with beauty, that's got 20, 40, 60, 80, 85. So 85. So time with friends then has £150 placeholder in there, but there is only 124. So I have used that, so I'll just write 124 in there, but I'll keep the 150 in, and I'll see if I can kind of make it up as we go on with the next month. Eating out has 20, 40, 45. And this is eating out just for if I'm going out with my friends. So I hopefully will be using this money pretty soon to meet one of my friends. Personal doesn't have anything. Self-care has got £150 in the bank still. Clothing has 20, 30, 35. Gifts has 5, 10, 15. So I am going to be taking some of this out. I think next week one of my friends is doing the kilt walk, and I'm going to sponsor her. And then work has still got £30 left in there as well. There's nothing in budgeting, and there's nothing in this tattoo. Not a priority right now. Okie dokie. So we've got 300, I wish. 30, 35, 85, 124, 45, 150, 35, 15 and 30. So we've got £539 in my binder. Right, pop that up there. So next up then is our annuals. Just get my hair out the way. Alright, so garden bin has £10, and this is for next year's garden bin, which I am really happy about that I have managed to get like in advance because it's just like never happened for me. Boiler service is fully funded, but I do need to take some of this back to the bank. So we've got 50, 100. So we'll take £50 back to the bank, and we will put, we'll take that out. So we can just have fully funded there. So boiler service fully funded at 100. I'm taking £50 back to the bank. And then that's due in May, and then we can start again for next year. Car service, again, I haven't done anything with that, so we're still sitting at £400, and that's for 2 cars, service and MOT. Car maintenance has 200 in the bank, 20, 40, 60, 80. So if we put 60 back and take the 10, and then we can put a £50 placeholder. So 250, 70, 80. So 280, and we're taking £50 back to bank. There we go. Car insurance has 20, 40, 50. So we'll just take that straight back to the bank. And we'll pop a £50 placeholder in. So that is a relatively new category I'm starting to actively save for 2026. So nothing happening this year, I don't think. Emergency then just has £10, but I'm just going to swap that for a 10. There we go. And then Priscilla has 50 in the pound, 50 in the pound, shut up, 50 in the bank and 5, so 55 she has in her little emergency fund for her. I did mention before that she has had some health issues with her little back legs, so this is just a precautionary thing. She's fine now, but yeah, just in case. So our house fund still only has the 10, didn't add to that this month. So £10 in house fund. And then mortgage has 20, 40, 60. So I'll leave that in for now. I may come back to it or swap it out off camera for a placeholder, but there's £60 in there for now. There's no point in me putting 2 fivers in because I'm trying to get rid of them. Right. So then, in our annuals, we have 10 plus 100 plus 400 plus 280 plus 50 plus 10 plus 55 plus 10 plus 60. So £975 in there. That is amazing. Genuinely gobsmacked. Right, into our black binder then. This is our sinking funds. So this is money that I dip in and out of on the regular, and quite a lot of the wallets in here aren't really stuffed as often as I would like them to be, if not at all right now, but it's just, they're just not the priority at the moment. So, and that's absolutely fine. So we have £10 here, and we've got £20 at the back here on a challenge that I'm doing for October, so that we can go pumpkin picking. I just don't want to be caught out and being like scrambling for money. So there's £30 in total for family fun. Nothing in date nights. Batch cooking has 40. And if you're new here, I am a massive batch cooker. I do try and make meals and freeze them just so that, one, it's cheaper, cost effective. 2, it means that we can just grab and go when we need to. And 3, David works shift work, so it's easier for me to do batch cooking, and then all I'm doing is either making a pasta or heating up some rice or something on the nights that he's working, when it's just myself in. Health has 70. So £70 in health. And then cattery, so we are fully funded with one section of the cattery fees. I'll explain in a wee second. And we've got 20, 40, 50. Right, so we are fully funded for cattery fees for May and June, and then the £50 is for New York. So we're 260 in the bank for the cattery for May. And then we have £50, so we've got £310 in category. And the reason it's so expensive is because I'm paying for myself and my mum's cat to go into the category in May, so it's £130 for the week for each cat. Petrol buffer then just has £10 in there. We are going into a 5-week month, so right then. And then nothing in any of these. I thought I was going to have home reno something in there, but I don't, so that's fine. Right then, so nothing in home reno. So we have 30 plus 40, 70, 310 and 10. So there is £460 in our sinking funds. Right, onto our kind of like olivey binder. This is our occasions binder. So let's just have a little look. Okay, Easter is done. Well, not really done yet, but it will be. This is when I'm filming this. It's just before Easter. I'm just trying to get a wee bit ahead whilst I've got a little bit of time to video. Right, so Father's Day then is fully funded with 50. David's birthday is fully funded with 100, and that's already in the bank, I'm sure. Yep. Rebecca is fully funded with 20, and we'll just leave her as cash right now. Jonathan is fully funded with 30, and again we'll leave that cash in there. Anniversary then has 30. My mum has 40. Nothing in my brother yet. And we're skipping all the way to Millie, that's my daughter. And she's got 100 in the bank and £10. So she's got 110. And then skipping all the way to the back, gifts has 10 and eating out has 10. Right, sorry, I thought that was somebody at my door. Awful noise out there. Okay, so we've got 50 plus 100, oh, plus 20. Plus 30, plus 30, plus 40, plus 110, plus 10, plus 10. So £400 exactly. Lovely. Right, next up then is Millie's binder, and this is just for myself to look at, just so that I know where she is in terms of money in hers. So I will not add this to my totals anymore, and this is something new that I just started doing last month. So long-term savings has got £100 in her little bank. Now clothing has nothing. I did just go out and buy her all her summer stuff. I've got a couple of other wee bits and pieces to pick up for her. I'll do that when the next child benefit money comes in. For essentials, we've got 50 in the bank, 70, 90, 110. I'll leave some cash and some in the bank just in case. Childcare, there is 150 in the bank and then £10, so 160 in childcare, and then £5 in clubs. Sorry, it's my next door neighbour. I'm like, why is that so noisy? Okay, so 100 plus 110 plus 160 plus 5. So 375 in Millie's binder. But again, I won't count this towards my totals. Right, next up then is Side Hustle, which is fast becoming my little favourite thing. I love doing this challenge. This is from Charlotte Studio Budgets. So this is used for things like AdSense, Facebook Marketplace, Vinted, any referrals, any cashback apps, you name it, anything that you consider extra income, extra money that I get throughout the month goes into here, just so that I can see how I get on throughout the year. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 300 and 10. 310. Which is amazing. Absolutely outstanding. Can't believe it. And I actually have a few things to put up on Vinted as well, so hopefully I can get them up in the next week or two. So what did I say there? 310? Yeah, so hopefully I can get them off and sold. Okay, so next up then is David's little binder. There's very rarely anything in here except this challenge. So let's have a wee look here. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 10, 15, 16. So 216 in darting around. So I make him play this every month with a real dartboard. So I film him shooting his darts and add it to the first video of every month that I do. He has £15 in his little app subscription he's saving for. And then he has £3 in his savings left because he just takes the cash out normally. So we've got 216 plus 15 plus 3. So 234. No. 234. Also, these pens I got from Amazon are erasable pens, and my god, do I love them. Yes, I do. They're so good. Right then. Hey, there we go. Sorry, I am back here. This is a couple of hours for me and 2 seconds for you. I thought I'd be able to get this video finished before David and Millie came back, but I didn't. So yeah, they came in and we've settled in for the night now. So I apologise for the lighting change. I've had to shut my blinds and I've got the ring light on now. So whilst doing that, I've remembered that actually David has got £10 in social as well, so I have to add that in. So I'm just going to, I'm not going to write it in, but I'm just going to put like 244 now. And that does that. So next up then is our 500 Moo binder, and this is for Millie's long-term savings. So let's just have a look here. So we've got 35, 40, 55, 65, 70, 85, 105, 115, 135, 45, 65, 85, 200 and 15. So 215 in here now. What did I say, 215? There we go. Next up is my 1000 binder, and this is my debt binder. So we've got 40, 80, 120, 160, 180, 200 in there. So I am hoping to have this one completed by the end of the year, and it should be enough with that and the payments I'm making just now. And then I do overpayments anyway when I'm paying my credit card, so I should be credit card free for my card by the end of this year. And then we can move on to concentrating on David's. Right, next up then is our yellow binder. This is for kind of my weekly or bi-weekly challenges. Sorry, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Okay, so first up then is roll and match, which I've actually been matching the last 3 in a row. I've managed to get 3 in a row. So in here we've got 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 70, 85. So 185. Lovely. And this is going towards Christmas. And I use my food shop money to kind of save for this every week. Okay, next up then is our 52-week challenge. And this I think is going to go towards New York, but we'll just kind of wait and see at the time. But yeah, like I said in my last video, it is 5 paydays until we go to New York, so I've got a feeling this is going to go towards it. Anyway, so we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 94. So 194. And I'll just keep this as cash, all these challenges as cash at the moment. So this one I'll see as cash, this one will go into my Christmas binder once it's completed, and these are going to be for the end of the year. So 25 in 2025, we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 100, so that's right because it's obviously £25 a month, and we are on to May as my next budget. Somebody's commented on one of my videos saying that I should do a budget with me for a 5-week month. So it is something I'm thinking about doing. However, the way I budget, because I get paid on the 26th of every month, David gets paid the last working day of every month, so it kind of, it's quite hard to budget until we get David's wage in, because his fluctuates with overtime and things like that. So I might do it as like a basis of what I normally do, because I'll normally just plan out roughly where I'm going to put stuff, and then it's dependent on income. But our week 1 normally stays the same, and that week's normally a week that I stuff everything that needs money every month, that I know is not going to change, if that makes any sense. So I might do that if that's something that I think you might be interested in, or you can let me know if it's something that you're interested in. Anyway, so Saver Friday has got 20, 40, 60, 70, 75 and 80. I don't actually know if it's Friday Saver or Saver Friday, I mix it up every time. And then on to our seasonal challenge. So we've already completed winter and one to spring. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 5, 10, 15. So 115. There we are. And then our penny savings challenge, I pre-counted obviously because who wants to see me count that, but we've got £439.46, so that is fantastic. So let's just give this a little count up. So, oh my gosh, so we've got £1,113 and 46 pence. That is insane, like absolutely insane. Whew. Right then, next up is our Christmas challenge binder. So I do these challenges, and then once they're completed I will put them into my normal Christmas binder, so that I know that the different categories are getting funded with what they need to get funded with. So I'm just going to double check the lighting's all right there. I think it's should be hopefully okay-ish. Right, anyway, so Dreaming of a Pink Christmas then has got 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. So £80 in there. Okay, 12 months to Christmas has 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 55. So 155. I think I might swap some of these out. There we go. Display Erase has 20, 40, 45 and 50. Again, I'm just going to swap that. There we are. And Whole Flip has got 20, 30, 35. Snow is Rolling has 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 105. Grinch Modes has 20, 30, 40, 45. Where's Rudolph has got 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45 and 50. So I'm just going to swap these out for some 20s. So £50. Holiday Diet. That's got 20, but again, I'm just going to swap that out. There we go. Gingerbread Saver has 10, 20, 25. Let me write that down. Did I hold down? It has 20 and 25. And then Slay Queen has 25, 35. There we go, 35. Right. So 80 plus 155 plus 50 plus 35 plus 105 plus 45 plus 50 plus 20 plus 25 plus 35. So we've got £600 saved for Christmas. Right, then onto our navy binder. So again, I do this a little bit differently. I take all the cash out, replace it with placeholders, and then I move the cash into my holiday binder, and that's when I do the condensing. So it is a little bit confusing. It's taking me a wee while to find this rhythm, but stick with me. I kind of figured it out now. So we're not counting any of these placeholders, we're only seeing if we can condense any of the cash, and then any cash that's left over is what we count in this binder. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50. So we'll leave the 5 in. We'll take this £50 placeholder, we'll take a £100 placeholder. So, like I said, only count the cash, and there's £5 in there. And my goodness, it's the scariest £5 ever. So 34, 50, right. So the multiplier, again, same thing, what, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70. So we'll leave the 20 in, and we'll take the 50 out, and then we'll swap this for a 100. And then, so there's £20 in the multiplier. Any coins? Yes, no. Nope. 20. So the placeholders in this binder, if you're wondering, are really just to let me know how far along I am in this challenge. But it's only the cash that I'm counting in there for the challenges until it's completed. I know it's kind of hard to explain, but I started this challenge binder and then I had to pay for the flights. So I had to take £1,000 out, which threw everything out. So this is the best way that I found to work it so that I know what I'm doing. Anyway, so I've got 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So we can't do anything with that. So we'll just do 40. Leave that as that. Right, rolling with the times. Oops, it's got some coins in there. So there's £3 in coins. Right, so we've got 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Okay. So put £100 placeholder in there. So there's only £3 cash left in there. So £3. Right, Road to Riches. Just checking these are definitely recording. Yeah. Okay, so we've got 2, 4, 5, 6, £7 in coins. 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. So we'll leave 25 in. And we'll take a £50 placeholder. So there is 25, 30, £32 cash. There we go. Pac-Man. Has 20, 40, 50, 60, 65. So I'll leave 15 in and put 50 back. So £15 in Pac-Man. I know this seems really confusing. Right. So we've got 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Again, I'm just going to check that. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. So again, I'll just stick a 100 in here. So there's nothing in Cinderella cash now. And then a 500 challenge has got 20, 30, 40, 50 and 5. So £50 and we're counting £5. Right, so then, now that that's condensed, let's give it a count, see what we've got in cash in this binder. So we've got 5 plus 20 plus 40 plus 3 plus 32, 35 minus 3 plus 15 plus 5. So there's £120 in there. And then that takes us on to our holiday binder. So let me just quickly sort this out. So I might see if I can just get rid of some of these fibres and swap them out for 20, but I'll just see what's what. So many fibres. Right. Okay. So on our holiday binder then, this is the last binder, and if you're wondering about these two here, this is my Christmas binder. I'm not putting anything in it because there's no challenges completed, so I can't count that. It's empty. And this one here is my rollover binder, so I don't count this one. It goes into my mystery tin at the end of the year. I'll crack it open and see, yeah, what we've managed to save left over. So then we are doing Portugal. So 5, 600, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, going back to the bank. And then this is now fully funded at 700. And we're taking 100 back to the bank. Stag Do has got 250 in the bank, 20, 40, 60, 80, 350, 360, 370. So we'll take 100 back to the bank. I'll grab a 100 placeholder, not that one. Right, there we are. So 350, 370. And we're taking £100 back to the bank. There we go. So on to New York then. Flights and hotel is fully funded with 2,200. Clothes is fully funded at 500. And then we're working on airport spends, so this is where this comes in now. So airport spends is using 250, so we need £200 in airport spends. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. I'm just going to swap this over. So just so that I know what I'm doing here. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82. So 250 in airport spends. Now, I know that's a pure roundabout way of doing it right, but I'm taking £200 back to the bank. And I'm grabbing at 200. There's one there. So airport spends fully funded at 250. Miscellaneous then is getting 100. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. This is for the gift, wedding gift. So miscellaneous is at 100 and we're putting 100 back to the bank. Putting a £100 placeholder in. There we are, and that's that fully funded. So now I think we are officially working on our spending money. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. Let me just double check this. 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. Okay, 180. I'll be taking 150 back to bank. So let me just quickly not confuse myself. Put £80, 180, I'm putting 150 back to the bank. And I need a 150 placeholder. Okay, so there we are. And that's just dollars already that we've got. So let's tally this up then. So we've got 700 plus 370 plus 2,200 plus 500 plus 250 plus 100 plus 180, so 4,300. Right, and that's us done all the count up part. So let's just do a full tally then and see what our grand total is. And I'm just going to grab a pen. Just hurry. see. This one. Right. Pay myself. Right, so 539 plus 975, 460 plus 400. That's Millie's, and I'm not counting, but we've got 310. 244, 215, 200, £1,113.46, 600, 120, and then 4,300. So there we are. So we have £9,476.46. That is outstanding. I am so close to having 10 grand, and I haven't had 10 grand since we saved a deposit for our house. But oh my god, what a feeling. So £9,476.46. So that is absolutely amazing. I'm absolutely gobsmacked that we are so close to 10 grand. It is mental. Albeit quite a lot of this is obviously for holidays, and we go to Portugal at the end of next month, so our next month count up will be looking really healthy, and then it will just go down the way. But such is what we do cash stuffing for. We do cash stuffing to help us save for things that are quite hard to save for. But anyway, yeah, I am absolutely, I can't believe it. Right, so the last thing to do then is just check that we have the right money going back to the bank. So we've got 150, not a lot really, plus 200, plus 450, so 800, is that it? Okay, 800. So 20, 40, 60, why am I counting it like that? Just 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 94, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 96, 10, oh, 20, 30, 40, 50, oh no, 650, 550, 5, 65, 75, 85, 95, 7, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. I've missed something. Oh no. Oh dear. Right, I'm just going to figure that out off camera. I've not got a clue. I'll need to watch it back maybe. But anyway, yeah, so this is all going back to the bank. Nice healthy little stack. And yeah, that's where we're at for this month. So super exciting. Next month's going to be a bit of a challenging month. It's a 5-week for us, and we go on holiday at the end of the month and things like that. So yeah, it's going to be interesting, but that's what we're working with. So really happy about this month's tally up. We're making progress even though we're still spending money, which is the main thing, and it's more important that we're not adding to debt, and we're still managing to pay it off. So thank you very much for joining me on this video, guys. And sorry it's a bit chippy choppy, but we move. Yeah, and I really appreciate everybody who stays and watches. And if you haven't already, then please consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Did I just say that? Can't remember. But yeah, I'm going to go off now and enjoy a cup of tea. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your week, guys. And I'll talk to you all very soon. Take care and happy budgeting. Bye!